Hi Christy, this is Raymond here. Just wanted to show you some mechanics on the machine. This is our machine that we have right here, and so you should have been able to see in your machine that the QC video that I sent to you, that everything was working properly when it was in our possession. I don't know if there's anything that happened in the transport, or if anything was dropped, or if the needle was replaced, or if the needle was put back a little bit higher. To me, looking in your video, it looks like the needle actually is placed a little bit higher and is not fully getting into the machine to be able to create that hook. But I'm just surmising, just because I'm not there and can't see it right there with you. But so to be able to help you, I'm going to do this video and show you kind of the different parts. So first of all, as you know, the scallop side has to be perfectly aligned to be at a parallel with the arm perfectly. So if it is not, if it's turned any other way, then what happens is that the hook cannot line up right with that scallop and catch the thread and make that loop, since this is a chain stitch or loop stitch. Okay, so that's number one. On your machine, you're saying that there's something that's knocking. Sometimes that can be the actual bottom foot that's coming up into the machine and hitting that a little bit harder. But as you can see, that ours is set up so it touches right up to the foot. Imagine we would have an 1/8 of an inch piece of felt underneath that, pushing that up as well. The foot's placed that tight so that way it creates that tension and forces that hat to go past. Okay, second thing on this is that, of course, you want to make sure we had your tension, or we made sure that your attachment was set properly at 5/16 away from the tip of the needle when it pulls right into the arm. Okay, so you want to make sure that's accurate. Okay, and then third thing is, when you have, here's the looper right here, and so you can see there's a hole in it, and then there's also this kind of a needle as well. Well, that's called the hook. Okay, so the hook comes down. Let me get my focused a little bit. So there's a needle. You can see the threads coming down. The part of that hook that will actually go right into that scallop side perfectly and then catch that thread. Okay, that's its job right there. So then it will pull it right through. Since I'm not creating any tension on the thread as it's coming through, if I was to hold this, of course when I first start out, I'll hold this, and then as that pulls, as I rotate that, it will actually catch that, and then it'll create the loop for me. Since I don't have any tension with where my needle's not hooking into the felt, that's why it's not actually grabbing it and spinning it around. So what I wanted to show you is that for sure you want to make sure that the needle and the looper is meeting perfectly with each other, so there's no catch, nothing's hitting. Okay, so we have to make sure that the needle's not bent, and then also that it's in the right position and it's the perfect height inset into the machine. Okay, that's number two of what I wanted to show you. So verify that everything like that is correct, and then we'll go from there. If you can send me another video if you find out where it's actually knocking, where it's hitting. Okay, and then if you just do it by hand slowly, just moving the pulley on that side, then that's the easiest way to be able to do that and find out where it's knocking.